This video is a recording of how to make what I like to call a spinner animation. Basically, it's you spinning around your object that you want to show. So it's basically something that makes a nice loop. All right. So we're going to start out with our project house. Okay, and I do have my terrain showing. I've got over here all of my FF&E stuff, except for the outdoor stuff. This is all hidden. In an attempt to speed things up, I'm hiding all the stuff that might slow things down, and I can't see it anyway because the roof is there. So all I'm showing is the terrain and the exterior items of the house. So I am currently, let's close this, I am currently in my working scene, which, if you'll notice, is not included right here in the animation. So whatever I do in here is not going to be affecting my animation. So I want to figure out a start point, all right, and just, orbit around, zoom in until you get to something you like. Try to have your building in the center of your viewport. That's a really good place to start. So, and I don't know, you could have it tilted just a bit if you want. Okay, so let's say this is good. All right, so I want to create a scene. So I'm going to hit the plus. All right, and I'm going to make a new scene. I want to call this start. Okay, and I want to put a check mark where it says include in animation. All right, then I'm going to orbit around my scene. So I'm going to get my orbit, and we're going to go across. Basically, I'm going counterclockwise, so I'm kind of spinning around. So I'm going to go to this corner, and maybe I'll tip up just a little bit here so you can see the courtyard, and then make a new scene, and we're going to call this 1. And just like start, it is included in the animation. All right, now we're going to rotate again over here. Maybe we'll look up. Yeah, kind of like that. All right. Okay. Oops. Well, no. Maybe like that. Okay. And then we're going to make another one. So this is basically just recording these steps. This is going to be 2. All right. These are called keyframes. And what you're doing is you're recording a spot of view. And SketchUp will then interpolate between the keyframes that you're making. All right. So, yeah, that looks good. Make a new one. And there we go, and this is going to be 3. All right, so this is not difficult. I should have turned on my bedroom furniture. Oh well. Not difficult, but it can be time consuming. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. There we go. And so it's just time consuming finding a nice scene for each of your keyframes. And come back around. Maybe we'll tilt up again on this side. Zoom out. Do some pan. All right, and we're going to add. And this one's going to be 5. Okay. And then, this is our last one. We're coming back around to kind of where we started. Sort of, kind of. It may not be perfect, but that's okay, as long as it's close. The idea is to keep everything kind of centered in your viewport. Okay, now we're going to do our last one, and we're going to call it end. Okay, now if I want to see what this looks like, I can go to I can go to view, and then come here to animation, and I can say play. And it takes a minute because it's thinking. All right, so now it's going to the start, and see how they're blue over here. All right, there's 1, 2, here's 3, 4, 5, and the end. And it comes back. So you can pause and stop. So let's go ahead and stop. All right, now I think that happened a little too fast. So what I want to do, I also don't like those pauses. So what I'm going to do is come back up here to View, Animation, and I'm going to go to Settings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my scene delay to 0. So there's no pause. It's just going to be a continuous loop. And I'm going to have my scene transitions, I'm going to make them like 5 seconds. All right. Now, let's play it again and see what we get. So here's play. Okay. So, oh, hang on. I'm on number 1. There we go. Now it goes to 2. So this is definitely going slower, and you're not seeing the pauses, the long pauses for each of the keyframes. It just kind of briefly hesitates and then keeps going. Kind of like that better. All right, there we go. So once I am satisfied with this, which I'm really not, I got to tell you, I don't like that last ending scene. I want to see what happens. Let's get rid of this. Yes, I want to delete that. Now let's go to Start, and now we're going to say View, Animation, Play. Okay, so there's Start. We're at 1. Okay, coming around the back. Oh, won't let me do that. Okay. All right. So there's the end. Now we're back. It's coming back to the start again. Okay. So here we go. Now it's looping nicely. All right. Let's hit stop. Okay. So now that I have this set up and I'm happy with it, all right, I'm going to save. Save my file, just in case. All right. Now, once that's done, we're going to export our animation, which is probably going to take a little while. So we're going to go to File, Export, Animation, and we're going to, oh good grief, we're going to scroll over to the places where I want to save this. Hang on, it's buried. Okay, so there we are. All right, so we're going to save this as an MP4, and we're going to call it Spinner House 1. All right, and we're going to say Options, and yeah, that's fine. You know, do I want 480? If I put this down to a lower resolution, it'll go faster, but let's leave it here. And if we do frame rate, let's put frame rate to 24, also to make it go slightly faster. And I am going to say loop to starting scene. Do I want to do that? I don't want to loop because I don't want it to go back and forth. I just want it to be continuous. So say OK, and then say export. And then go eat lunch because this is going to be here for a little while. So I'm going to stop this tutorial, and there will be a MP4 for you to look at linked onto D2L.